Hey everyone, I wanted to hop on and make a video today because I've been noticing this really pronounced and interesting pattern that a lot of my clients are reporting the same experience this week, and also been noticing like these similar reports from friends and family and noticing the same thing in myself too. So it feels really significant that I've been hearing the same symptoms reported and the same struggles. So I really wanted to speak to something that might be happening in our experience right now during quarantine and with this pandemic happening, and just talk about it and explain and give some tools in case you're feeling the same thing. So what I've been noticing is, due to this shelter at home order, the quarantine and the pandemic, so many people that I've talked to have been saying, I just don't feel like I want to do anything. I just feel no energy, no motivation. I know the things that I normally do to take care of myself. I know I should be, moving or getting outside or meditating or getting off my phone, but I just can't find the energy or the motivation to do so. I just feel exhausted. I feel really fried and really stuck and overwhelmed. And so it finally clicked for me that there's this thing that's happening in all of our nervous systems right now. And when we're told that we have to stay at home and we feel stuck, that can actually be acting as an imposed freeze state in our nervous systems. So we have the autonomic nervous system that innervates our body from the brain, from the spine, and it's involved in the fight, flight, and freeze. So if there's a threat in the environment, first we want to run away or fight back. But if it's not possible to do so, we actually go into an immobilization response or a freeze response, where we're just frozen in fear, almost like playing dead. And we see this in animals and in humans as well. But the freeze mode, even though it looks still, underneath the surface is a ton of tension, a ton of trauma energy that's being activated underneath the surface. So it's actually a really overwhelmed state to be in. But it feels and looks like collapse, shut down. I'm so overwhelmed that I can't even find the energy. There's no room in me to have the motivation. It's very cut off from life energy and vitality. So if you've been feeling like, I just don't want to do anything every day, I feel so unmotivated, such a lack of energy, exhaustion, maybe even numbness, or I feel so hard to be present, it might be that this freeze system is happening in our nervous systems and in our bodies. So I want to offer a couple of tools if you're noticing this overwhelm during this time. The first is just to acknowledge, hey, this is a really challenging time. Even if I'm not personally ill or don't have family that's ill or anything, this is a really scary thing. This threat of a virus that we can't see can be really scary subconsciously or in our bodies. And just really acknowledging it's okay. It makes sense that we can be feeling overwhelmed. Being stuck can feel like being trapped, and being trapped can be a really scary experience, especially if we have any trauma history or any trauma already in our nervous systems. And so first is just acknowledging and really being gentle with yourself that this is kind of just part of the nature of what's happening in the world. The second thing is I'm going to demonstrate just a cat-cow spinal movement. So what happens when the nervous system is overwhelmed, it's almost like if you were to take a scarf and twist it and twist it and twist it and twist it and twist it, and it gets so overwhelmed that it's really tight in there and it's really tense. And so what we want to do is add in just a little bit of gentle movement so that it can get enough space in the system to start to unwind. So adding in really gentle movement and bringing in body awareness and giving it some attention and giving it some time and space can actually create the conditions for our nervous system to unwind. And I noticed this in myself the other night. I was just feeling this buzzing, feeling this exhaustion behind my eyes, feeling kind of a little bit dissociated from my body, and just giving it time to close my eyes and pay attention to it and watch what happened and observe and sit in quiet. Like I felt my system coming back into the present, reassociating, settling. So this is one tool to do. I'm gonna scoot back so I can show you. So it's just like if you ever done yoga and you kind of get on all fours and you're in a tabletop and you just move your spine, you kind of arch it and then round it. This is just a sitting version. So I like to come to the edge of my chair and put my feet on the floor. And when I press down into my feet and into my tailbone, I inhale and arch my spine and lift my heart gaze up. And on the exhale, start to round, tuck my chin, tuck my tailbone, and curl in. Inhale to lift and open. Exhale to round and curl in. And doing that, a few rounds of that. Do it with the rhythm of your breath, nice and slow. And after a few times of trying it out, just pause, check in with your body, and notice how you're feeling. And that might be something that helps bring in just a little bit of relief to your nervous system. The other one that I want to offer is actually a vocalization. And so I'm going to use the word Om because you may have heard it like in a yoga class or something. So just doing this Om sound offers some gentle vibration to the nervous system, into your chest, into your belly. And even that little vibration can be enough, like I said, to get a little bit of that gentle movement into the system to start to help it unwind. So just like in a yoga class, kind of taking a deep breath in, like this. Om. And then pause and check in with your body. And it might feel really nice to do a few rounds of that. So those are two little tools to help bring your nervous system out of freeze and into a more regulated, present way of being. And if you're feeling overwhelmed or you need any extra support or need a somatic experiencing session with me to help feel or to help work through some of that, feel free to reach out and message me. If you have any questions about this, let me know, and I hope it was helpful. Bye.